Hi, this is Aaron Davies. My screen name on Amazon is HeartDad, and this is actually my very first video review I've ever done. So, today I'm reviewing the what is this thing called? The Yuneec, I believe is how it's pronounced. It's spelled Y-U-N-E-E-C. It's a very unique spelling of unique, if that's how you pronounce it. The Yuneec Breeze. This is a quadcopter. It's pretty expensive, about 500 bucks. And I've reviewed several quadcopters in the past, but this is by far the most expensive quadcopter that anyone has ever given me. So I've used it a couple times, and I'm super excited about it, and I decided it's time to do a video review. So if you want to skip to the end, I've put a video at the end of actual drone footage. You can see 1080p footage of the drone. It'll actually do 4K footage, but I don't have a 4K monitor, so I shot in 1080p. It's super high quality. It looks really fantastic. It's of our neighborhood here in Oregon. So if that's what you're looking for, just go to the end. So anyway, let me just start off by going over sort of the deal breakers things that could potentially be deal breakers for you for this drone. Reasons why you might not want to buy it. First of all, it's about 500 bucks, and that's a decent amount of money. That said, it's 5 times better than any $100 drone I've ever used. So by far, 5 times might even be a little conservative. So if 500 bucks is too much for you to spend, then just don't buy it. There's plenty of $50, $100 toy drones out there you can buy to go crash into a wall or do flips or whatever, or have your kids play with. This is not that type of drone. If you're looking to do something more professional, shoot videos of landscapes, or potentially you're a realtor and you want to take pictures of the property that you're selling from above. I've seen that a lot lately on Zillow. It's absolutely perfect for that, for what I think is a pretty reasonable price for a 4K camera on a drone. Second thing that could potentially be a deal breaker is this drone has no remote control. So the remote control is actually just an app on your phone. And I know that some people, and I'm still kind of getting used to this, I really like the handheld controls. This, let me show you here real quick, sort of what it looks like. It doesn't look exactly like, I mean, this is basically what the app looks like. It's got a lot more than that, but it has some controls for left, right, up, down, turn, etc. When you're actually flying the drone, it has those controls overlaid on top of some HD footage that the drone is actually seeing. So you can actually see where it's flying and what it's looking at. But that's basically your controller. If that bothers you and you'd rather have an analog controller or something you can like work without having to look at the screen, then this drone might not be right for you. Third thing that could potentially be a deal breaker is this is from a company called Yuneec. It's not a brand that I've ever heard of before. They look like they have a pretty good online reputation from what I've seen. I Googled around. They were founded in 1999. They sell a couple actual airplanes, like 2-seater electric airplanes. They say on their website that they had the very first drone that you could take out of the box that was ready to fly in the world. Still, I don't know much about their company. Maybe other people do, but I'm familiar with like DJI and some of the other drone brands, but I've never heard of Yuneec. So I have no idea how difficult it is. Like, let's say something breaks and you need to get it fixed. I have no idea. So maybe do some research on that before you buy the drone. It's just at least something that you should consider before buying it. Another thing here that I would say is a potential deal breaker is that this is not a fast drone at all. Don't expect to be like racing the other cool drones in the neighborhood, because this guy's slow. He goes up slow, he comes down slow. I would say maybe it maxes out at 10 miles an hour, but that's being generous. It's not made for that. I think that I read somewhere that they limit the speed through the software somehow. Anyway, it's probably fast enough to follow you if you're running, and that's probably about it. Maybe on a bike at a slow speed, maybe 10, 12 miles an hour, it'll follow you. But moving it with your phone up and down, it's pretty slow. That's not what it's for. It's more for like the selfie mode that it's got. It goes up in the air. It'll take a panorama of like everything around you, a picture or whatever. It's great for that, not for speed. It's not going to be zooming through canyons and stuff like you've seen some drones do. The last thing is that the software on this phone actually seems pretty decent, but it's not perfect. I've seen a couple little bugs here and there. Like, for example, I'll be flying the drone and it'll say to me, I'm having a voltage problem, and it'll say you need to land the drone immediately. It's having a voltage problem. I'll just click past it. The drone just keeps flying, and nothing happened. Like, it's like nothing ever happened. So I don't know what that's about, but maybe it's just some bug in the software they need to patch. I don't really know. But anyway, those are the main deal breakers. None of those for me are really a huge deal. Like I said, each one of those things sort of has something to mitigate it, at least for me. These are the things I really liked about the drone. It wirelessly transfers videos from the actual drone to your phone or to your iPad with just like a click, and it'll either do the original file or do a compressed one, and it does it really fast. Like, I moved a 500 meg file in about, I don't know, it's about 2 minutes, something like that. So pretty fast. Video quality is fantastic. I do professional photography for a living, as well as being a software engineer. Besides the image quality, the actual contrast, the sharpness, blah, 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 resolution, it's just smooth. It's like it's on a tripod or something. As I'm going up and down and like moving around, the drone just stays flat. You'll see in the video that I post. It's just, the image quality is like, it's not actually on a quadcopter. It's like you've got it on a tripod or something. I don't know how to explain that. I'm sure you've seen it in plenty of videos, other drones doing the same thing. It's amazingly easy to fly. You can either fly it by just touching the phone screen, like a game, like left, right, up, down, twisty, whatever. Or you can put it in a mode where you can actually twist your phone up, down, left, right to actually fly the drone. It's pretty intuitive. Really hard to crash unless you're not used to it, or you're like flying it near buildings or something. The home button works really well. So in the app, there's a button that looks like a house. If you push it, it'll say, do you want to fly home? You say yes, and then it just comes and it flies right back to the spot where it took off. And it's very accurate. I mean, within a couple feet, it's landed for me. And I've done this probably 10 or 15 times now, and it's dead on. Super simple. It actually freaked me out the first time I did it, because the drone, as soon as you hit the home button, it goes shoo, like straight up in the air. And I'm like, where are you going? Stop. It's like going to go to the moon or something. But like, if you just let it go, it goes way up, and then it figures out where it's going. It goes to the spot and comes straight down slowly. Just don't let it freak you out. It's just something that was interesting to me. They give you 2 batteries in this box. Each one of them lasts about 15 minutes. They also charge pretty quickly. I think the 15 minutes is fairly accurate. I put it in the drone, flew it around 15-20 minutes, I don't know, it was something like that. And then it started to get low, so I landed it. Actually, it landed itself because it got nervous that it was running out of battery, so it landed itself. Then I went and charged the thing, and maybe it took something like 30 minutes to charge. I tried out most of the modes on the device, but not all of them. There's a couple that I didn't get to try because of the area I was in. It just wasn't feasible. For example, I tried selfie mode. That's what they're pitching as the main feature of this drone, I guess, is this selfie mode. And it worked incredibly well. You put it on selfie mode, it's facing you, it goes up as high as you want, you can tilt the camera, it'll take a picture, video, and then just come right back down. There's another mode called pilot mode that I tried out, which is essentially manual mode. It lets you just fly the thing, do whatever you want with it, take video, fly it around in circles, whatever, bring it down. Then I also tried this orbit mode, where basically you go up with it and you tell it how high you want it to go, the camera angle, and then you push either orbit right or orbit left, and it just starts circling. And the circumference of the circle was a little bit wider than I thought that it would be. And I was near a bunch of houses, and I seriously almost hit my neighbor's house, like within 5 feet of clipping my neighbor's house. So I would say before playing with that, just go do it in a field or something to get a sense for how far the orbit goes. The two modes that I didn't try were Journey and Follow Me. Journey is a mode that the drone takes off like a triangle. So it goes up in the air, and it goes, you tell it, go here, come back. And it goes up, and it goes over, and it's like you point the camera down, and it sort of just does this travel, and then it comes back and it lands. Super cool if you're standing on the beach or something, and you want to get a video of the area that you're in. I did not have room to do anything like that. I didn't even want to try it because I'm surrounded by houses. I was afraid I was going to hit something. So the second mode I didn't try was the Follow Me mode, and I'm super excited to try that because I mountain bike a lot. So I'm hoping that the drone will be able to keep up with me on my bike and just sort of chase me down the street or something, or through the forest. I don't really know. I haven't tried that yet, but I'm super excited to try it. Okay, those are the things I like. So how do you fly this sucker? First, you need to install the app on your phone or your iPad or your iPhone, and you can just go to the App Store. I searched for Yuneec Breeze, I think, and then I found the app and installed it. You connect to the device through Wi-Fi. So you open up your Wi-Fi on your phone. Instead of connecting to your router, you connect to the Breeze, and it's called Breeze or something. So it's very obvious which one you're supposed to connect to. And then the password is like 12345678990, I think is the default password. So once you've connected, you hear a beep, and then you open up the app. It sort of looks like this. And then you can pick your mode. I'm not sure how well that's showing up there. I'm sorry for this camera, it's a piece of junk. I need to get a new one. And then let's say you go to pilot mode, you go to this pilot mode, and you can start flying the copter up, down, left, right, twisting, whatever. And you can also bring the camera up and down so the camera tilts, so you can either get a straight down shot or whatever you want. And you can turn the video on and off and whatever with the app. So then, like I said, alternatively, use the button that lets you like fly it with your phone, which I thought was pretty cool. Although it kind of gets turned around, so like I was flying it, facing it, it made sense. But then when I turned around, everything was opposite. It's not like it knows you turned around. It just, whichever way you go first is the way that it works. So if you're facing it and right is right, when you turn around, right is left. That would be a nice thing if they could figure out how to do that, to fix that over the software. So here's a couple hints for you. I would say the first time that you fly the drone, don't fly it in an enclosed space like a neighborhood that's filled with a bunch of houses, because flying a drone with your phone is a little weird at first, and you're probably going to need 5 or 10 minutes to figure out like how do I land this thing? How do I not crash it into a tree? Once you figure it out, it is dead simple. But do it in a field or something the very first time. Or just don't fly it very high. Fly it 10 feet off the ground or something. It kind of goes up and it'll just hover, and you can like move it back and forth. But I would say before you start trying the modes like orbit and whatnot, like just do it somewhere else. Don't do it around houses, or else you're going to smack it into a wall. Okay, so if you're in the market for a $500 drone today, the way I look at it is you either have this drone to choose for, or the DJI, or there might be a couple other ones that I don't know about. I can't comment about the DJI, but I know, because I haven't owned it, but I do know, it's popular. It's got a lot of reviews on Amazon. It's probably the most popular $500 drone. It's a little more expensive than the Breezer. The cheapest DJI I could find today on Amazon that had a 4K camera was $599, and I think it was kind of an older model. This is $500. It's got, I don't know what how the feature sets compare. So I would strongly consider this one along with the DJI. Just look at the pros and cons, see what you like, see what you're looking for. This one could very well come out on top. It is a fantastic product for the price. So anyway, this gets 5 stars for me. Pretty easy. It's got a very solid feature set. Everything works great. There's a couple quirks. Like I said, it doesn't fly very fast. And I named all of those different things that could be potential deal breakers at the beginning of the video. But anyway, this gets 5 stars for me. I absolutely love it. Coolest thing I've used in a long time. Thanks for watching. If you think this is helpful, click the helpful button on Amazon or on YouTube. Click subscribe, and I'll try to start posting more reviews over video. Thanks.